Hello there, and welcome to Sandra Sells and Tells, where real estate meets real life. I am Sandra Smith, your local realtor, storyteller, and community cheerleader here in America's hometown, Plymouth, Massachusetts. Each week, I'm diving into homes, people, and places that make our area special, with a little bit of humor, a lot of heart, and plenty of behind-the-scenes stories from the world of real estate. So grab your coffee, tea, soda, cocktail, whatever you have, and let's get started. So welcome to the first episode of Sandra Sells and Tells. And I figured in the first episode, I would tell you a little bit about myself. Who am I and where do I come from? So Sandra Smith, I am a licensed real estate agent in Massachusetts since 2003. I actually grew up in real estate because my father always had was a realtor. He did residential, and then towards the end of his life, he did commercial from Iowa to South Dakota to Florida. So yes, I have lived in all of those states. I actually get around. I've done a lot of moving, so I know a little bit about the real estate world. I did not get my license right away until we moved here from Florida 24 years ago, and my youngest son was in first grade, so I thought I would get my license, and I did. And I'm so happy that I did because I love helping people write their stories. It could be your first chapter with your first house. You could be changing that chapter and upsizing, or you could be downsizing or right-sizing and moving on to the next. I also have my seniors real estate designation. That means I've taken some courses and worked with seniors 55 plus and older in numerous situations, helping them right size and find the right home for them, or maybe they're moving to an assisted living. I have done all of that, and I love it. I work with all ages, not just that. There's a lot of first-time home buyers that I love working with. You're going to hear stories about that as we do these episodes, and stories about each journey and chapter that I've been part of. I'm going to share wild stories, local gems from around the area, and have some special guests, and what really goes on behind the sold sign. Many people have said that it's just opening doors. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not just opening doors. I'm going to tell you some stories that will be like, what? Did that really happen? And then I'm also going to tell you stories where I could just hit the easy button and boom, that's what it's about. So, real estate, what is it? There's going to be lots of good stuff about it. I can tell you some local market updates. I'm going to bring you a key of the week, like a tidbit for what to do for the week, your little fun fact, and other fun facts. So Sandra Smith, I told you, I moved around a lot. I grew up in Iowa, South Dakota, went to college in Idaho, met my husband who was in the Navy, and then we went to California for 4 years, Florida for 10, and been up here since 2002. I am one of 11, so the third oldest. I have 7 brothers and 3 sisters, and they are all over the country. I'm the only one in this area. I have 3 boys who I call my 3 kings. They are all in their 30s. They're adult children. My youngest one is the only one living in Massachusetts right now, and he just moved, bought a house because he knows somebody in the business that could help him buy that house, his mother. Right near me. We are near downtown Plymouth, so we love the area. He was staying with me while they were transitioning from New York City, he and his wife, and they love walking down to the waterfront because Plymouth just has so much to offer, and it's just an easy walk and a beautiful, pretty walk. Fun fact, really pretty right now if you want to go through Brewster Gardens and Jenny Gristmill area with all the leaves falling and all the fall colors. It's beautiful, and they have a little fun trail by the skate park that you should check out. Anyhow, so mom of 3 boys, so never a dull life. I also have a dog, Maggie, and I have a couple of grand dogs, but we have one that's nearby in Plymouth, and then my other 2 boys are living out in Salt Lake City, Utah. So we don't get to see them as often, but we love when they visit. One other fun fact about me, do you want to know? Sandra Smith, what do I like to do? Well, I love the beach. So if it's sunny out and it's warm out, you'll probably find me at the beach or on the golf course. I love golfing. I golf with my husband. I golf with my boys when they're around. I have a girls' league that I'm part of. It's just fun to get out there, be in the sun, and see these beautiful courses. I walk every morning with our dog. We love to power walk. She can kind of be a flight risk, so she's always on leash because she loves to chase little bunnies and rabbits. She's also a snuggle bunny. She's pretty big. We're not for sure what she is. We're going to guess a mountain cur because she loves to hunt. But she does love her humans. So that's a little bit in the day in the life of Sandra behind the sold sign, just real life, hanging out with family, friends, enjoying good eats around town, which we're going to talk about that in upcoming episodes, and my favorite little spots that I like to go to for a bite to eat or a drink, and little local gems that we like to check out. There's so many. And if you have any that you love that I don't mention or you want me to talk about on this episode, please reach out and let me know what it is, because I'd love to check it out. I'd love to even maybe have you on as a guest and talk about your business or your company, and what you do around town, because we have so many great people in our community, and I'm happy to be part of that. Speaking of our community, I don't know if you are a member of the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce, but many members. I am a member. I'm actually the vice chair this year. Going into next year, I'll be the chairperson. So I've met so many great business owners in the Plymouth area. It's not just Plymouth, it's all the surrounding towns too. So there's so many great businesses. There's so many support local small businesses that I do love to support and be part of. And you've got to check them out. But I recommend checking out their website so that you can see what we have. Because sometimes we just go about our daily business, go from work to picking up kids to running errands to getting things done. We don't sit back and see all the fun and exciting stuff that we have around America's hometown. All right, I think that's a little bit about me, but if you have questions along the line, I want you to, again, always reach out, send me a message. I'd be happy to answer it. So for this first episode, you're learning about me, and I'm just going to give you the local market update for Plymouth in the last month. So the median list price was $705,000. Can you believe that? It's the median list price. The average price in the last few months for sold has been about $650,000. And I will say in my experience this year that if anything comes on between $500,000 and $650,000, it is still gone in a few days, usually with multiple offers, because that's the average first-time buyer home price, which sounds crazy. Like when I moved here 24 years ago, it was like half that. When I moved here from Florida, buying a $300,000 house was double what it was in Florida where we had left. So it's just crazy how things change over time. But everybody's like, what is the market doing? That's the question that everybody asks. What's the market doing? So Boston is not doing what the rest of the country is doing, the Boston area, Plymouth area. It's we've been holding steady this year, and there's much more inventory on the market than there was even 6 months ago, and definitely a year ago. Currently, between September and October, we have 187 listings as of today. Today is Halloween, one of my favorite holidays, by the way, October 31st, 2025, and there's 187 active listings. That's single-family homes, condos, mobile homes, commercial resident, and residential. 187 in Plymouth alone. In the last 5 days, 15 new listings have come on the market. So things are still coming on, and I actually have 2 of them coming on next week. So people, doesn't matter that we're going into November, people say, oh, the fall, the winter, it's not a good time to sell. There is always somebody looking or needing to buy a house. So if you're thinking like, hey, I shouldn't sell right now, it's not a good time of the year, there's still always people working. You don't know what their circumstances are. They may have moved here. They may have had a job change. They may have sold their house and they have somewhere to go. But things are still happening. In the last 5 days, 15 have come on the market. The average days on market is 47 in the last month. Between September and October, it's up 6.8% from a year ago last year, 47 days, median days on market. So last year at this time is a little bit less, but now it's up a little higher. Reason for that could be pricing. It could be the way it shows. Generally, if it's priced right and it's like the ideal thing of what that specific person is looking for, it's going to go pretty quick. So if it's not going pretty quick, you might need to think about your price. Always trust your agent. They're looking at the comps and they have their pulse on the market of what's really happening and what's really moving. So sometimes people like to start high and always come down. But I guess part of that depends on your timeline because you're in the driver's seat. But if you want it to move quick, I would trust your agent and that market analysis that they bring to you. Don't trust the online sources. I know Zillow says what your estimate is, but Zillow has never been in your home. So when an agent comes to look at your home, they're going to look around and compare it to other homes that they've been in that are on the market, that are currently active, currently sold, and currently on the market, but with an accepted offer. So that's what's happening in our local market right now. And that's your little fun facts of this episode. At the end of each episode, I'm going to leave you guys a little, key of the week. With something about your home, something that you might, something that might be meaningful. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. This is our first episode, so I'm still figuring it out myself. So I'm open to ideas and suggestions. And if you're still listening now, I appreciate it. So here is your key of the week. Homeownership is about heart. At the end of the day, the best part of owning a home isn't the equity. It's the memories you build there. Protect your investment, but never forget to enjoy your space. So that's your little key of the week. Protect your investment, but never forget to enjoy your space. When we say protect, you know what you mean. It's like don't let things get by the wayside of routine home maintenance. And speaking of which, this weekend we fall back, which yay, we all love that we get an extra hour of sleep on Saturday night because you have to set your clock back, so don't forget. And they always say when you do that, that's when you change the batteries in your smoke detectors and you look around at other things that might need to be changed for some fall maintenance. So definitely do that and enjoy that space because that's where your memories are made. That's where home is is in their heart. Another fun little fact I'm going to give you for rate on return for your home improvements this fall: paint a room. Update your laundry room, renovate your closet, upgrade your insulation, or invest in hardwood flooring. All of those you're going to get your money back on. But it's the fall, it's the winter, you're looking at projects to do. You can do simple ones by updating a laundry room, a bathroom with some simple fixes. I just read an article this morning, I think it was on maybe marthastewart.com, but she has some quick, simple ideas on how to update your bathroom without having to do a whole bathroom rehaul and redo. So check it out. It's fun little facts. All right. Keeping it short and sweet, but thank you for tuning in to Sandra Sells and Tells. If you enjoyed today's episode, continue to watch, share it with a friend, and help me share the local love that we have for around here. And feel free to leave reviews too, because I would love it. If you don't follow me on social media and you want to be entertained, I recommend that you do. So Sandra Smith on Facebook. I have two different sites, Sandra Smith, and then my Sandra Smith Gibson Sotheby's International Realty Facebook page. And then I also have Sandra Smith Real Estate Agent on Instagram. I do a lot of fun reels that keep you entertained. They're not boring, I promise. You'll probably wonder why I'm so crazy, but I love to have fun. I love to make real estate about fun because it is fun, and we're all human. We all make mistakes, and I just, check it out. You might get stuck down the rabbit hole and start scrolling, but I think you'll be entertained and you'll be laughing. But it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate all my followers that I have so far. But again, I am Sandra Smith, your local realtor with Gibson Sotheby's International Realty. I'm going to be coming to you with this Sandra Sells and Tells, telling you behind the scenes of the sold sign and what's really going on, and having some great guests and visitors on here to kind of give you the inside scoop of why we do what we do, how we can help you prepare, how to keep your home, all those fun facts. Any questions, please, again, reach out. Until next time, I am Sandra Smith, closing deals in high heels and keeping it real in America's hometown.